Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Wade Watches. I'm Wade. Welcome to another amazing, fresh out of the movie theater review. Where today I just got through watching Novocaine in Dolby Cinema, directed by two people. Let me just take a look. Directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson, and starring, of course, Jack Quaid. So my first thought right off the bat when it comes to Novocaine is that 2025 seems to be the year that we're getting a lot of these, unlikely hero type action movies featuring protagonists that don't necessarily fit the stereotypical action hero build, you could say, featuring protagonists who don't necessarily look like Schwarzenegger or Stallone or Van Damme, and that's nothing new. But I noticed that like 2025, we've already gotten one, Love Hurts with Ke Kwan. We have Novocaine with Jack Quaid, and in April we're getting The Amateur with Rami Malek. So this seems to be a year. 2025 seems to be the year for action cinema that doesn't star, the stereotypical looking action hero dude bros, and I'm always for that. I'm definitely for that. One of my all-time favorite action films is Wanted with James McAvoy, which you guessed it, a lot of that film revolves around how James McAvoy doesn't look like, this big beefy 6'5" guy who could kick your ass, but he still can. So I always love seeing that. I always appreciate that. That definitely comes into play here with the film I'm gonna start talking about right now. And in getting to Novocaine, what I just saw today, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really had a good time with this one. Pretty much everything you see in the trailer is what this film delivers. It's very short, it's very sweet, it's very simple, and it's very to the point. So right off the bat, I really did enjoy Jack Quaid in this film. He really is, like I said, he really is good at, like I said, portraying this someone who doesn't physically look the role of the typical action hero badass. He's no Dwayne Johnson or Jason Momoa, but because of circumstances that, occur, very unfortunate circumstances, he has to step up and be the hero. The only thing is, and this is not a spoiler, it's in all the trailers, it's in all the marketing, is that he just so happens to have a condition where he doesn't feel any pain. So he can use that to his advantage, and we have our movie. And in regards to, that whole plot point of someone not being able to feel pain, I appreciate them for not going like way too overboard with it. They do just enough with it. They even have like a funny little sequence where stuff keeps hurting, not hurting him, but like, he keeps getting, hit with different types of weapons, and it's just kind of like this, slow sequence that builds up that was very funny and, got a laugh out of me. But they don't like beat you over the head with it. I really do appreciate that, because even more than that, the whole point of this story is a rescue mission. Nathan Cain, Jack Quaid's character, he's kind of, like I said, kind of a bit more of a reserved, introverted guy, a bit meek, if you will, kind of just, just kind of like, rather timid, rather mild-mannered. But he meets somebody at work who seems to be the one, and I appreciate the movie for actually like showing that, a good portion of that romance, not just saying like, oh, they instantly fall in love. You actually do get to see that romance play out. It's cute. Both of them feel sincere. I'm sorry, I can't remember the actress's name off the top of my head, but she's really good in this as well, because you really do believe their relationship and their romance. And when shit hits the fan and when she gets kidnapped, which, not a spoiler, that's in the trailer, you really do want Nathan Cain to succeed in getting her back. And yeah, that's all there is to it, really. It's a very simple movie, plays out in a day, because again, it's that kidnapping story. There's only a certain amount of time before something bad happens to the kidnapped, so whole thing plays out in a day, and I thoroughly enjoyed Novocaine from start to finish. Only gripe is that there is something that is revealed here that you, thank God, don't see in the trailer. So there is a little twist here that the trailers don't give away, where I really do wish more would have been done with it, because that's actually, that actually surprised me. That took me by surprise. That's an interesting twist. Tell me more. Why is that? What's going on here? And they technically do fill you in on why this occurs, but you really don't see enough of it play out for it to care, and they really don't do enough with it to justify it even being in the movie. I feel like if they had taken that twist out, that plot point out, this still would have been, just as good as it ended up being. It just felt like a pointless little twist to have. But like I said, this is still really good with that twist. Didn't drag it down or bog it down with me. For me personally, I still thoroughly enjoyed Novocaine from start to finish. And wrapping it up, I'm going to go ahead and give Novocaine a solid 9 out of 10. I did enjoy this a bit more than Love Hurts, and I think it was, like, I would say just, like the story was a little bit better this time around. It was a story that I was genuinely invested in. And again, I acknowledge that Love Hurts wasn't the best thing around. I know I rated it high, but I just had a lot of fun with that movie and watching Ke Quan kick ass. What can I say? But this was actually a much more solid story. Novocaine was a much more solid story than Love Hurts 1. So again, 9 out of 10 for Novocaine. This has been a very short edition of Wade Watches. Not much to say about this movie. Pretty much plays out in the way you expect, but I had a lot of fun. I had a blast with this. If you're an action fan and you're just looking for a way to kill 2 hours, Novocaine is the way to go. 9 out of 10. This has been another edition of Wade Watches, and I'll see you lovely people next time. Peace.